Hey everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you have a beautiful day. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notify button so you know when you're getting new episodes, and we just want to grow this project. I thank you in advance. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. The Shout Out Show. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everybody. I'm Preacher Mars, host of the SOS, the Shout Out Show. Thank you for joining us on a Friday. I don't know where you are, how the weather is, whether it's a pay week for you, but I just want to say thank you for joining the show. General housekeeping rules. As you join the show, please, if it's your first time, first of all, thank you for coming and joining us. Second of all, if you can click the link in the subscribe button, you'll be helping us. You'll be helping me out a whole lot, and I would consider it a personal favor. Now, for my regular shout-out soldiers, my shout-out family, thank you for coming, because you know how I feel about you. Every day, if you come every day, if you come every other day, if you come every other week, you're still going to be family to me. That's number one. And I want to make sure that tomorrow I make this special announcement. If you guys can remember, and I know most of you will, the first 5 people, here we go, the first 5 people that come on the shout-out show tomorrow without guests, get one of these. Ready? You ready? I'm like Eddie Kane. Bam! There you go. You get an INKERIJJ Justice shirt because I'm celebrating my man, Umar A, Hakim Dey, coming on the show. INKERIJJ, everybody. One of the dopest nonprofits in LA and beyond. So make sure you get that. This is the shirt. You can't have this one. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back, too. Look. Oh, it's got the name of victims, shootings that need justice. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, we're on to something great here. We're on to something great. So I want to tell everybody, listen, I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood sometimes, and sometimes people think it's for the wrong reasons. I always feel that people who are not real, people who are fake, when they reveal themselves, it is a mercy and a barakah from God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it allows folks to see them even more as fake and phony. And you know what? You don't have to say anything. It's not backbiting. It's like you knew, but you just had to show patience. You had to have patience and let people say what they wanted to say, do what they want to do, because in the end, like I said, it all comes to light, right? It all comes to light. So today's Friday Funnies is about things that come to light. Now, let me welcome in some people here. Okay, here we go. Sister Rabina, Juma Mubarak to you, sister. You got to come on show tomorrow. I'm giving away shirts. Here we go. INKERIJJ in the house. All right. This Ahmed, this is my main man. Ahmed, there you go, brother. In fact, I got a green one you can have, man. And Sister Sultana. Sister Sultana she's a consultant producer on the show. She keeps me straight, brothers and sisters, because I deal with a lot of things. And as a creative, I'm going to be honest with you. As a creative, sometimes I can be scatterbrained. I can forget my own glasses on top of my head, which I've done a couple times. Sultana don't like that. But I'm saying, brothers and sisters, you need people to help you. Oh, whoa. This is my little brother, Ahmed Khatib. Anybody that's seen the Allah Made Me Funny website, Facebook page, my PreacherMars.com website, he was a big part of that. That brother keeps me organized, too, because he knows I'm not good with technology, but I'm a good creative. I'm not good with technology. AK, I owe you a call. And this is my homegirl. This is my mama's homegirl. This is my homegirl right here, Sister Eleanor. Sister Eleanor is like our angel, family angel. She's there for my mom. I mean, she's just there for my mom. So I hope y'all don't mind, but Sister Eleanor, I'm giving you one of my personal shirts. You're getting a personal shirt, okay? Because that's it. Don't nobody get mad. She's getting a personal shirt because that's my mom's homegirl. You got to have it, all right? Good enough on that one. So y'all know that today is, there you go. Sister Satana got jokes. She's so hard, sister. Okay, I got you, Sister Tana. Go and get it in. It's Friday Funnies. You might as well get your funnies in too. So yeah, I'm not even going to get too worried about that, brothers and sisters. So here's the deal. I thought I'd break down Friday Funnies a little bit different. I thought I'd pull some things from the news, and I call it pulling things from the news that I talk about to make sure it's not me that's crazy. I just want to make sure that these people who are crazy. So here we go. Top story, brothers and sisters. A white Jewish woman from Kansas City has been passing herself off as, wait a minute, Black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican. Let me get all three of those. Black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican. I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're from the East Coast, that is humanly impossible because you cannot pass yourself off as Black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican, especially if you're from New York. Now, my question is, what kind of Caribbean Black people was she hanging around? Because Black people know when you passing, okay? Black people know when you pass. We give are you passing the Black test? Have you ever had somebody that's like, yeah, I'm so good with spices and that, and then you slide on that hot sauce, and they like, what's this? And you say, just try it. If they gag, they ain't Black. Wait, and here's the funny part. Here's the irony. She's lying about being Black, Latino, Puerto Rican, and Dominican, and she's teaching African American studies. Her PhD report was about what? The African people of Angola. You ain't even been to Angola. She ain't been to Angola. She ain't even studied near Angola. She studied at University of Wisconsin-Madison. You know how white that place is? You know how white it is? It's about an hour and 45 minutes from Kenosha. It's that white. And this woman has a PhD teaching at George Washington University. I'm like, how did this happen? I'm going to tell y'all something. I remember I was in Masjid Muhammad years ago. It was right after 9/11. And I went in there on, I don't know what I was doing, but I was there. I was supposed to meet somebody. And I'm like, I'm just supposed to sit here and chill out and connect myself with the Lord. And this guy walked up to me, and I didn't know him. He was a convert. He said he was a convert, white convert. And he starts talking about the religion. He's a new convert. I'm like, hey, brother, I've been in your shoes before. And he starts talking about all this subversive stuff about how we need to go out and fight the government and we need to establish. And I'm like, oh, hey. I'm like, hey, brother, I don't know you like that. He said, we need to make jihad. I'm like, how long you been Muslim? He's like, about a month. I'm like, nah, he ain't a Muslim. Brothers and sisters, and here's the killer part. You got to test people. It was not. Here you go, brothers and sisters. He was a fake Muslim, but you got to call him out. This is how I called him out. It wasn't time for Asr, but I said, hey, brother, we should pay Asr. He said, yeah, we should. Brother, we had just finished praying Zuhr. He said, yeah. I said, you want to pray Asr? I got it out of his mouth. He said, yeah, I want to pray Asr. I said, go ahead, brother. You lead. Wallahi. He started out, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I said, brother. He said, yes. I said, louder. He said, oh, okay. Bismillah. That's how you know people are faking. You got to do it. Have test. White Jewish woman from Kansas City. Getting over on Black people and Latinos. I'm mad at her. But we also had a woman, Rachel Dolezal, who was out there in Eastern Washington. She was running NAACP chapter out there, fighting for our rights. So I don't know what other cultures happen. This is worse than appropriation, but I had to leave with that story because I'm like, people are crazy. People are nuts. And you can't be what you want to be. You are what you are. God made you what you are. If I said, hey, my name's Preacher Mars, I'm a white 6'10" Polish man, y'all would look at me like Preacher's on some dope, and not just on dope, really good dope. But now you have people going, you have to acknowledge my inside. I don't give a dang about your insides. I don't give a dang about your insides. I give a dang about the truth. Sister, the people who gave her a PhD at University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I will be investigating because she wrote a PhD about her ancestors from Angola. White people, what's wrong with you? That's what black people want to say. What is wrong with white people today? I told you they were losing their mind. You thought I was kidding. Now, I have to move on to the next story. Donald Trump revealed to have called fallen soldiers losers and suckers. This ain't even really a story. It's not a story. Because when you're a loser and a sucker, the first thing you do when you get a crowd of people is call other people losers and suckers. Facts, street rules, ghetto code. That's what you do. If you're a snitch, the first thing you do is call everybody else a snitch so people don't look at you as a snitch. If you're a racist, the first thing you do is what? Call everybody else out as racist. So listen, here's my deal about this. And this is serious because I have family members who've been in the armed services. My dad was in the service. My uncle was in the service. He did Vietnam. My dad was in Germany. My cousin did the first Iraq War. Listen, man, I didn't have to go because these people went. Now, Donald Trump, I don't really jump on him because it's too easy. But listen, dude, you are into some rarefied air. You're just straight up sissy, man. I don't know how to say sissy in Arabic, but you're a sissy. And when I say you're a sissy, I don't mean a gender reference. I mean a sissy, meaning that you got punkish ways and punkish behavior. You don't call people who do the job that you're afraid to do, that protect you, and you call them losers and suckers. You don't do that. Because see, that's something. And the killer part is, I know you said it. Because you talked too much after, man, rambled 5 minutes afterwards. It was a yes or no answer. Did you say it? No. Did you say it? When people give you a long answer, they're trying to figure out what other people are going to say. Right? You ever have that question your mom say, what happened here? When your mom asks you what happened, she knew the answer. She knew the answer. Donald, I don't know you like that, but check this out. When they ask you a question, brother, I know it's hard, but tell the truth because they're going to find out the truth. And the killer part is, and you got the Atlantic, the Washington Post, CNN, all of them are getting the story. They're getting the dirt on you, man. And it's bad. It's real bad. So I want to say this to all the veterans out there. You know who you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. I've given you 2 examples, brothers and sisters. One, a white Jewish woman from Kansas City masquerading to be black, and Puerto Rican, and Dominican. I gave you an example of a guy in the mosque faking to be Muslim. He led the prayer out loud. I asked him as he read it out loud, as he recited out loud, I said, recite louder. And he didn't even know, brothers and sisters. The sad part is these people don't even know. Now, let's move on to the next one. My next one, brothers and sisters, I got to take a little time, and we got somebody else in the box. There we go. Hey, what's going on, mama, son? You know when your mother call you, you drop everything. Mom got jokes too. Yeah, the black faker. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you guys. I can't show you, but everybody mark this movie down. Mark this movie down. It was one of the most jacked up, sad, realistic movies I ever saw as a child. In terms of race relations and race identity, it hurt me. It really, really hurt me. But it framed so much of what I do now. The name of the movie was called Imitation of Life. Anybody ever heard of it? If you have, say something in the comment section. It was called Imitation of Life. And it was about a black mom who had a daughter who was light, bright, and damn near white. And while the black mom dealt with her, the daughter passed for white. Let me say it again. Her black mom worked as a servant. Her daughter passed for white. And the daughter, when push came to shove, when they said, is that your mama? She rejected her own mama. That's the worst movie. I ain't never really cried about a movie, brothers and sisters, but that hurt me as a kid. You see what I'm saying? That hurt me as a kid. But I remember because of some valuable lessons. Yeah, Boris Johnson. Yeah, he's a Trump boy. You know, they all in the same club, sister. You know, if he ever became Muslim, he's going to recite Asr out loud too. Imitation of life. Mark it down, brothers and sisters. We're going to have a talk about imitation of life because this woman right here, she has imitated imitation of life. She wasn't even black passed for white. She's white passed for black, passed for a whole lot of other things. So let me go to my next topic, brothers. Since you seem a little organized here today, alhamdulillah. So we talked about a white Jewish man or a white Jewish woman from Kansas City passed for black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican. We talked about Donald Trump and the veterans. And the thing about Donald Trump is, you know, dude's lying. He said it because he said it with John McCain. He said it with a war hero, John McCain. What did he say? You know, he basically said, I don't know why he's a war hero. He got caught. I like people that don't get caught. Come on, folks. You can't brush that off. All right. Now, here's one of my favorite ones, brothers and sisters. I should give you a drum roll. Bam! Attorney Barr says, Russia isn't the biggest threat to U.S. elections. I know. This is the first time that man, that Fred Flintstone-looking man, has been right his whole time as Attorney General. No, I support what he says. Attorney Barr, you're right. Russia is not the biggest threat to U.S. elections. You are! You're the biggest threat to U.S. elections. You're the biggest threat to any kind of justice we're trying to get in the United States. You and your homeboy, your cellmate, hopefully in a not too distant past, you're the biggest threats. You lie. You cheat. I'm going to tell you something. When you lose, you're going to lose big. You're not going to lose little. You're going to lose big. When I say big, I mean epic. I mean, people are going to be, I'm talking about your Secret Service people are going to be replaced by gens. That's how bad you're going to lose. Okay, I digress. Did I tell you about the shirts, everybody? Okay, good. So, on brighter news, I want to confirm a few things. Is he a Muslim? Don't say that, sister. Blair says of Muslim descent. I hope not. Because, well, you know what? Allah knows best. I'll leave it at that. Okay. And we have somebody who remember watching Imitation of Life. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A very disturbing movie. But I have to say something. For the time it was released, the concept, it was way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. It had a lot of messages in it. One of the messages I didn't like was just how the black mom was just so faithful with this girl who was horrible. She denied her heritage. She denied you. But it was a movie, quote unquote. But you know what happened, right? You know what I'm saying. So tomorrow, brothers and sisters, we're gonna have on one of my friends. I've known him for a very long time. When I lived down in Long Beach, his work around the Los Angeles South Central area is phenomenal. It's epic. This brother has addressed everything from youth development to youth empowerment. I mean, this is a brother who actually goes down on Skid Row. Now, I don't know if you've ever known or had a trip down to LA, but you probably went to the nice parts. There's a part of LA, it's called Skid Row. And it is essentially a warehousing of homeless, mentally ill people who are not seen in society. They are an invisible population. And they live in this one area, this square area of Los Angeles. And this brother has dared to go in not only to bring them support and supplies and food and sustenance. He's gone beyond that. He gave them something that caught my attention. He went in to give them leadership. He's going to be on the show tomorrow, so I don't want you guys to miss it. He will be on the show tomorrow, and I guarantee I'm going to have some fun because I got to mess with some of my guests. I got to have a little fun. but you're going to get some valuable information about leadership, especially in this vacuum that we're dealing in right now. In fact, let me show you guys a little poster. If you have not seen it, I will be hyping it up, so you guys should know. Here we go. Let me bring it up, brothers and sisters. Let me bring this up real quick. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get it to go full screen. It wouldn't go full screen. It is what it is. So again, that's what we're going to be rolling with tomorrow. So remember, I am going to be giving away some shirts. I'm 5 shirts out of my pocket. Miss Eleanor, you got to take care of the family. Miss Eleanor, Mom, you can have my shirt, and Ree, because Ree brings me food. So that's 3, but I'm going to have 5 out of that. So I guess I'm paying for 8 shirts. Allah knows best. I don't want it. So for the rundown today, as we're having a Friday, I always say it's a funny Friday, Friday funnies. You know, I decided to take them off the, take it off the news line today. But you know what? Sometimes you have to say some things are just real, and then they're funny. They're real, and then they're funny. Case in point, here we are, still trying to send kids back to school when the colleges are closing. When the colleges are closing. It seems to me that maybe the strategy behind the Trump administration and all the doohickeys that they're doing with the CDC is to make sure there's just not enough people that are healthy to vote them out of office. What you guys think? Because all of the cities that he's targeting won't give him any money, holding up their funding. Of course, the Democratic states, Democratic cities. But that's not even enough. The same guy who said he didn't want in-person, he didn't want people to mail in their vote, he goes around and tells people to vote twice just to make sure you voted. So, brothers and sisters, let's wrap up on this one. We live in a space, and I'm going to put this up here. There you go. It's on Facebook. I don't know. I can't hit the link, but it's on Facebook. Thank you, Sister Satana, always helping me out. And I'm going to put it up before I leave. But my point, brothers and sisters, at some point in time, I've given you a number of stories, and they all lead to the things I'm about to say right now. They all lead to what I'm about to say right now, which is this. We cannot continue to trust people and love people who will not love us back. You cannot continue to respect people and give excuses and show mercy to people who would not do it for you in the basis, in the smallest, in a Muslim religion. I remember a brother said to me when I was really angry, he said, brother, he said, in Islam, he said, you give 70 excuses for your brother. I tried that with Donald Trump. I used up all 70 excuses before he even got to inauguration. That's what kind of person we're dealing with. I got to borrow excuses from people. Hey, you got 4 excuses I can use for him? That's the way it feels, brothers and sisters. But the reality is that we are smart enough people. So between now and whenever November, start mobilizing for what you want. One of the shows I said a while back is that as an African-American Muslim community, we have to make the hard decisions at some point in time to separate from the things that are not healthy for us. We may love them, but you got to separate from the things that aren't healthy for you. Because if you don't separate from the things that aren't healthy for you, those things, those ideas, those people will definitely bring you down. Now, this is not rocket science. I'm not telling you, brothers and sisters, what to do. I'm framing a situation. I myself have spent a lot of time during this COVID period separating myself from people who I see are unhealthy or have unhealthy ways or unhealthy thoughts. I'm saying do that, brothers and sisters. My grandfather told me one time, after a situation, He said, boy, he said, never argue with a man that's pumping his gas while smoking a cigarette. Let me say that again. He's never argue with a man that's pumping his gas while smoking a cigarette. Now, the visual is amazing, but just the idea that someone would have a conversation around flammables, smoking something that could ignite a flammable, and somehow believe that you really want to hear something they have to say? That you really respect them that much? Nah. I'm like, brother, call me. You finish pumping that gas. So listen, I'm going to get out here because it's Friday. I know people have things to do, and I try to be considerate on Friday. And I appreciate you, brothers. This is hanging with me through my little technical difficulties. But I have to say this before I go. What I want to say is, I want to give everybody, there's a term going around that give people their flowers while they're here. Well, I talked to my mentor. He said, man, don't give people their flowers while they're here. He said, give them vegetables. Give them fruit. Give them things that nourish their bodies and their condition. He said, with fruit, you can take the seeds and you can grow other fruit. He said, you can take the seeds from flowers and grow other flowers, but hey, when the last time you had a grilled chicken and roll sandwich? That's the time, brothers and sisters. Preacher Moss, SOS, shout out show. Hope to see you tomorrow. You know, should I show you the shirt one more time? There you go. That's the shirt right there. There you go. There you go. So I want to say again, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you. Have not just a great Friday, have an exceptional Friday. Have an exceptional Friday. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your shout out show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next shout out show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from Tarifa Tar. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out tarifatar.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.